I once heard a definition of health that made a lot of sense to me. Good health is having no fatigue, having a good appetite, going to sleep and awakening easily, having a good memory, having good humor, and having precision in thought and action, not being klutzy, being honest, humble, grateful, and loving. How healthy are you? I do not heal anyone. The work I do is to help people understand how their own mental patterns are constantly creating their own life experiences, all of them, the good experiences and the so-called bad experiences, and also how these same mental patterns are contributing to the ease and dis-ease in their bodies. We do not want to be ill, and yet we need every disease we have. It is the body's way of telling us that we have a false idea in consciousness. We are being told we are on the wrong track and need to change the way we think. Every illness is a lesson for us to learn. Please do not just complain, "I want to get rid of this condition." It will not create the healing you want, nor will you learn the lesson you need to learn. This is not a time for condemnation or for creating more guilt. We are just looking at what needs to be released. This is a time for healing, for making our lives and our bodies whole. I know you have within you all that you need to accomplish this. Once we begin to understand this process, we are able to take conscious control of the changes we wish to make in our lives. This is a very exciting process and becomes one of the most important adventures in our lives. I believe there is a center of wisdom within each one of us, and when we are ready to make positive changes in our lives, we attract whatever we need to help us. The very fact that you have discovered me and this tape means that you are already in the process of healing yourself. Something inside of you has shifted and the healing process has already begun. You might even say that to yourself now. I have already begun the healing process. The body, like everything else in life, is a mirror of our inner thoughts and beliefs. The body is always talking to us if we will only take the time to listen. Every cell responds to every single thought you think and every word you speak. Continuous modes of thinking and speaking produce body behaviors and postures and eases or dis-eases. The person who has a permanently scowling face did not produce that by having joyous, loving thoughts. Older people's faces show so clearly a lifetime of inner dialogue. How will you look when you are elderly? You see, it is my belief that it is our birthright to be totally healthy and totally fulfilled in every area of our lives. I want to help you claim this birthright now. Some of the things I will suggest to you may sound very simplistic. However, these ideas have been tried many times with great success. They really do work. Please use these suggestions in addition to the work you may be doing with a doctor or other health professional. It will be helpful to you both. Take a nice deep breath, and if possible, allow yourself to be in a comfortable position while you listen to this tape. Just let these ideas wash over you. Only those ideas that are right for you will be accepted by you. It doesn't matter whether you understand them all or not, or if they make sense to you right now. Just let yourself play this tape over and over, even if you are not actually listening to the words. Your subconscious mind will hear and record whatever you need. I believe that all illness is self-created. Not that we say, I want to have this illness, but we create a mental atmosphere where this disease can grow and flourish. Our internal mental dialogue reacts in every cell in the body. I heard a physician say recently, if the surgeon operates on a patient without doing something to help them change the cause of the disease, then all the doctor is doing is prolonging the life of the patient until the patient can create another disease. You see, we need to do more than just treat the symptom. We need to eliminate the cause of the disease. And for that, we need to go within ourselves where the process of illness began. It is my belief that we are each 100% responsible for every experience in our lives, the best and the worst. We all create our experiences by the thoughts we think and the words we speak. The universe totally supports our inner dialogue. Our subconscious mind accepts as truth whatever we choose to believe. You can say it either way. They both mean that what I believe about myself and about life becomes true for me. What you choose to think about yourself and about life becomes true for you. And we have unlimited choices about what we can think. When we are very little, we learn how to feel about ourselves and about life by the reactions of the adults around us. It is the way we learn what to think about ourselves and about life. Now, if you lived with frightened people or with people who were very unhappy, then you learned a lot of negative things about yourself and about life. You may still believe them. However, this is not to blame our parents, for we are all victims of victims, and they could not possibly have taught us anything they did not know. If your mother did not know how to love herself, or your father did not know how to be gentle and kind, then it would be impossible for them to teach you to love yourself or to be gentle and kind. Your parents were doing the best they could with what they had been taught as children. I also believe that we choose our parents. Each one of us decides to incarnate upon this planet at particular points in time and space. I believe we do this because we have chosen to come here to learn a particular lesson that will advance us on our spiritual evolutionary pathway. We choose our sex, our color, our country, and then we look around for the particular set of parents who will mirror the pattern we are bringing in to work on in this lifetime. Often when we grow up, we point our fingers accusingly at our parents and whimper, "You did it to me." But really, we chose them because they were perfect for what we wanted to work on overcoming. As very little children, we learn our belief systems, and then we move through life creating experiences to match our beliefs. Look back in your own life and notice how often you have gone through the same experiences. Well, I believe that you created those experiences over and over because they mirrored something that you believed was true about yourself. It really doesn't matter how long we've had a problem, or how big it is, or how life-threatening it is. The point of power is always in the present moment. This means that what you have experienced during your life and up to this moment, you have created by your own thoughts and beliefs of the past. However, what you are choosing to think and believe and say today, right here and right now, is creating your future. Your current internal dialogue is creating tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, etc. Notice what you are thinking at this moment. Do you want this thought to be creating your future? Is it negative or positive? Just notice and be aware. I am not trying to create guilt for anyone, nor to make anyone wrong. I am making us aware of what is going on inside of us. Many of us who create illness and disease are in fact totally out of touch with what is going on in our minds and in our bodies. We only notice our bodies when we become ill or are in pain. If we do not know what is going on inside of us, how can we ever change? No matter what the problem is, the only thing we are ever dealing with is a thought, and a thought can be changed. All our experiences are just outer effects of our inner dialogue. Even self-hatred is only hating a thought you have about yourself. You may have a thought that says, I'm a bad person. This thought produces a feeling, and you accept the feeling as true. However, if you eliminate the thought, you won't have the feeling. Thoughts can be changed. Change the thought and the feeling must go. Believe it or not, we do choose our thoughts. We may habitually think the same thought over and over so often that it does not seem that we are choosing the thought, but we did make the original choice. We can refuse to think certain thoughts. Look how often you have refused to think a positive thought about yourself. Well, you can also refuse to think a negative thought about yourself, too. It seems to me that everyone on this planet that I know or have worked with is suffering from self-hatred and guilt to one degree or another. The more self-hatred and guilt we have, the less our life works. We find we have an inability to speak up for ourselves, and we are always trying to please others. Or we may be angry and explosive all the time. The less self-hatred and guilt we have, the better our lives work on all levels. This includes the health of the body, too. It has been my experience that the very bottom line for everyone I have worked with is always, I'm not good enough. And we often add to this, I don't do enough, or I don't deserve. Does this sound like you? Always saying or implying or feeling that you are not good enough? But for whom? And according to whose standards? Now, if these negative beliefs are very strong in you, then how can you possibly create a loving, joyous, prosperous, healthy life? Somehow your subconscious beliefs would always be contradicting these objectives and making sure you do not obtain your goals. I find that resentment, criticism, guilt, and fear cause more problems in our bodies and in our experiences than anything else. These feelings come from blaming others and not taking responsibility for our own lives. You see, if we are all 100% responsible for everything in our lives, then there is no one to blame. Whatever is happening out there is only a mirror of our own inner thinking. I am not condoning other people's poor behavior, but we must realize it is our beliefs that attract to us people that will treat us that way. If you find yourself saying, everyone always does such and such to me, criticizes me, ignores me, takes advantage of me, or abuses me, then this is your pattern. There is some thought in you that attracts this behavior. On some internal level, you believe you deserve to be treated this way. Or you treat other people this way, and it is just coming back to you. Whatever we give out, mental, physical, or verbal, will come back to us. When we no longer think or behave this way, the other people will change their behavior, or they will go and do that to someone else who believes they deserve it. You will no longer be attracting the experiences you say you do not want. Whether we want to change a life experience or a physical problem, the place to begin is to say so. Literally say, I am willing to release the pattern within me that is creating this experience or this condition. You can say this to yourself over and over every time you think of your illness. Say this with me now. I am willing to release the pattern in me that has created this condition. The minute you say this affirmation, you are stepping out of the victim role. You are no longer helpless. You are acknowledging your own power. You are saying, I may not understand it, but somehow I am beginning to understand that I contributed to creating this problem, and now I take my own power back, and I am releasing it and letting it go. What a powerful statement to have your subconscious mind supporting. As I said, resentment of others, criticism of ourselves, guilt over the past, and fear of the future are the most damaging mental thought patterns we can have. This kind of internal dialogue creates and maintains dis-ease in the body. These thoughts can destroy the body. Fear can contribute to baldness, ulcers, colon problems, and even painful feet, among other things. Criticism as a permanent habit can often lead to arthritis in the body. Resentment, long held, eats away at the body and becomes the dis-ease we call cancer. Guilt always looks for punishment and creates pain. Fear comes from not trusting the process of life to be there for us. You know, the most precious thing in our life is our breath. If you did not take another breath, you would not last 3 minutes. Yet you have such faith that your next breath will be there, that you don't even think about it when you exhale. Now, if the power that created us has given us enough breath to last for as long as we shall live, can we not begin to trust that the rest will also be provided for us? The next time you are frightened, think about the abundance of air and say, I trust the process of life to take care of me. Whenever someone is in pain, I know they have created a lot of guilt for themselves. Chronic pain comes from unrelenting guilt, often so buried that we are not even aware of it anymore. This guilt must be dissolved before the pain can be eliminated. Guilt is a totally useless emotion. It never makes anyone feel better, nor does it change a situation. Your sentence is now over. Let yourself out of prison. Anger combined with guilt often contributes to accidents. The degree of physical damage lets us know how severely we felt we needed to be punished and how long the sentence. Where this pain occurs in the body gives us a clue to which area of life we feel guilty about. Critical people often attract a lot of criticism because it is their pattern to criticize. They are often cursed with perfectionism, the need to be perfect at all times in every situation. Do you know of anyone on this planet who is perfect? I do not. Why do we set up standards that say that we have to be super person in order to be barely acceptable? That is such a heavy burden to carry. When I was a little girl, I had a very difficult childhood. My parents divorced when I was 18 months. I was raped when I was 5. I became a battered child and grew up in the Depression. My mother was very much a victim, and my stepfather constantly expressed his own brutalized childhood. I grew up having a lot of resentment. I had to create cancer in my own body before I was willing to begin to release that resentment. I am certainly not condoning the behavior of any of the people who mistreated me. However, for me to spend a lifetime just running the old movie, feeling blame and anger and resentment, is not doing me any good in the present moment. I learned that resentment only eats away at me, and it did. In my case, holding on to old blame and feeling resentful for all that they did to me helped to create my disease. Releasing and letting go helped me to heal myself. The past is over and done. We cannot change that now. We can change our attitude toward the past and our thoughts toward the past. How foolish for us to punish ourselves in the present moment because someone else hurt us in the long ago past. It's not worth it. I often say to people who have deep resentment patterns, please begin to dissolve the resentment now when it is relatively easy. Don't wait until you're under the threat of a surgeon's knife and you have to cope with panic too. It is vital that we release foolish, outmoded, or negative ideas and beliefs that do not support us and nourish us. Our concepts of ourselves and of life and of God must support us, not negate us. No matter what our disease, if we choose to believe that we are helpless victims and that it is all hopeless, then the universe will support us in that belief and we will just go down the drain. When people come to me with a problem, I don't care what it is, poor health, lack of money, unfulfilling relationships, or stifled creativity. There is only one thing I ever work on, and that is loving the self. I find that when we really love and accept and approve of ourselves exactly as we are, then everything in life flows. It is like little miracles are everywhere. Our health improves, we attract more money, we have better relationships, we begin to express ourselves creatively. I often ask people to look in the mirror and say, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. When they can't do it, or won't do it, or find it painful or silly, then I know they are killing themselves with their own critical thoughts. Do this exercise in a mirror. See what comes up in your mind. Notice how you feel. This may be the center of your problem. Resenting, criticizing, or fearing others, and not being willing to love and accept yourself. When we won't love ourselves, it just means that we are still believing the old limitations that someone taught us many years ago. Usually that person was someone who did not know how to make their own life work. But remember, your limiting beliefs are only thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. Let's change them now. The only thing you ever have control over is your current thought. Loving ourselves, to me, begins with never, ever, ever criticizing ourselves for anything. Criticism only locks us into the very pattern we are trying to change. Understanding and being gentle with ourselves helps us move out of it. After all, you have been criticizing yourself for years, and it hasn't worked. Let's try approving of yourself and see what happens. Self-approval and self-acceptance, right here and right now, are the keys to positive changes. It is also important that we release the past and be at least willing to forgive. Love is always the answer to healing and health, and the road to love is through forgiveness. It is imperative for our own healing that we release the past and forgive everyone. We may not know how to forgive, and we may not want to forgive. But because we say we are willing to forgive, we begin the healing process. We do not have to know how to forgive. All we need to do is to be willing to forgive. The universe will take care of the hows. The Course in Miracles says that all disease comes from a state of non-forgiveness, and that whenever we are ill, we need to look around to see who it is that we need to forgive. I know that the very person you find it hardest to forgive is the one you need to let go of the most. Forgiveness means giving up, letting go. It has nothing to do with condoning behavior. It's just letting the whole experience go and coming into the present moment. We understand our pain so well. How hard it is for most of us to understand that they were also in pain and doing the best they could with the understanding and awareness and knowledge they had. In order to heal ourselves, we need to be willing to change our thinking, to forgive others, and to learn to love and accept ourselves more. When we refuse to be willing to love ourselves, then we are denying ourselves our own healing. Self-acceptance and self-approval in the now are the keys to positive changes in our future. One of the ways in which we unknowingly deny ourselves love is to make ourselves wrong, to be critical of what we do or do not do. Even using the word should limits you, and removing it from your vocabulary will make a great difference in your life. It certainly has in mine. Let's take the word should and discard it forever, never to be heard of again. Should is a word that makes a prisoner of us. Every time we use should, we are either making ourselves wrong or someone else wrong. We are in effect saying not good enough, or you have failed, or you are going to fail, or just wrong. Begin to listen to how often this word is used and how crippling it is. Let your understanding and awareness grow and make you free. Replace the word should with the word could. Could lets you know that you have choice, and choice is freedom. We need to be aware that everything we do in life is done by choice. There really is nothing that we have to do. There are always things that it might be best for us to do. However, we always have choice. So now every time you hear yourself using the word should, let a red light go off in your mind. Then gently allow yourself to release it and let it go. Please don't use eliminating should as another excuse to get angry at yourself. All we want is understanding and awareness. Then things will drop away by themselves. You might notice, oh dear, it's 27 times today I've said should. No wonder I'm such a rigid person. Now that would be understanding and awareness and the road to freedom. One of the worst things we can do is to get angry at ourselves. Anger only locks us more rigidly into our patterns. Sometimes we think we have to be angry at ourselves in order to change. You may have been angry at yourself and scolding yourself for years, and still you haven't changed. That is not the way to do it. Think of what happens when we yell and scream at a tiny child. All the joy goes out of their life. And if we yell and scream at them long enough, they literally shrivel and sit in corners, or they tear up the room. The same things happen to the little child within us when we get angry at ourselves. We lose our joy, we lose our creativity, we lose our spontaneity, we lose our freedom and our health. We don't need any more anger. We need more self-acceptance and more self-love. When we can accept ourselves right now, as we are right now, without any criticism or judgment, then we are truly loving ourselves, and the negative patterns must dissolve. If we wait until we have the new job before we love ourselves, or if we wait until we lose weight before we love ourselves, or if we wait until someone else loves us before we love ourselves, then we are denying our existence right now. If we wait until we become perfect before we love ourselves, we waste our lives. We are already the perfect outer expressions of our inner understanding, and we will change. But the changes we make when we love and accept ourselves are always positive. Always. So let's release the anger and all those negative beliefs about ourselves and about life, and begin the process of accepting and approving of who and what we are in the here and now. We are always unfolding in the best way we can. The knowledge and understanding that you are already incorporating from this tape will help you to change your life and dissolve the negative patterns. No negative condition can remain in our lives when we truly love and accept ourselves. Love is the healing power. Love dissolves anger. Love gets rid of guilt. Love fades away fear. Love for ourselves is the power that heals us. On a physical level, I would suggest that in addition to whatever program your doctor may have created for you, you also see the services of a good nutritionist. You could go to the health food store and seek advice, or go to the library and read a book on nutrition, or talk to a friend who understands the importance of good food in your diet and how it can help rebuild your body. There are many things you can do to assist in your own healing. Body, mind, and spirit must be balanced. It sounds more overwhelming than it is. Just begin where you are, doing what you can. It's like cleaning a house. It doesn't matter in what room you begin. If you keep going, eventually the whole house becomes clean. Let me repeat, I believe it is our birthright to be totally healthy and totally fulfilled in every area of our lives. Let us claim and accept that birthright right now. On the other side of this tape, we're going to experience a deep relaxation with a guided meditation to help you create new thought patterns that you can use to dissolve disease in your body and to build perfect, vibrant health. It is best not to use side 2 of this tape in an automobile. I would prefer you to lie down if you can. Please play side 2 of this tape every night for at least a month. Let yourself go to sleep with it on. Allow these ideas to permeate your consciousness. You can also play it during the day. You don't even have to listen to it. Just let it play over and over. Your subconscious mind hears everything. Practice the suggestions I am giving you. Take time to take care of yourself, mentally and physically. Give yourself a chance. You are worth it. These concepts have worked for many people. They can work for you. Express the growing love you have for yourself by lovingly taking care of the miracle you call your body. And you get to feel good in the process too. Thank you for listening. I will wait for you on the other side of the tape. We have talked about many things, and we have brought a lot of feelings to the surface, and this is good. It is all part of the cleansing, the healing, the making whole of our bodies and our minds. Now in these few moments, let us turn our attention to building positive new thought patterns that enable us to create health in our bodies. Our internal dialogue and our mental pictures have a definite effect on our whole of our bodies and our minds. Now in these few moments, let us turn our attention to building positive new thought patterns that enable us to create health in our bodies. Our internal dialogue and our mental pictures have a definite effect on our bodies. Let us now use that to our best advantage. Lie down if it is convenient. And first, tense your whole body as much as you possibly can. Make it tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. Now let go. Then take a deep breath. Fill your body like a big balloon. And exhale. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, begin to picture yourself in the most beautiful, pleasant, natural surroundings. Whatever is meaningful and safe for you. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, begin to let go. Just let go. Let go of fear. See fear as a black cloud that hovers over you, and you have a string that is holding it there. Now let the string go. See the dark cloud of fear float away. Watch it until it gets so small you can no longer see it. Feel a sense of release. Take another deep breath and let go of anger. Let go of blame. Let go of guilt. Let go of sorrow. Let go of jealousy. Let go of tension. For these few moments, allow yourself to be at peace. There is no need to struggle. This doesn't have to be hard work. It's only a thought you need to change, and I will help you. I have been through this. I know that dissolving thought patterns helps to dissolve disease. Your breathing is now relaxing your whole body. There is no need for resistance now. You are perfectly safe. You can even go to sleep if you want to. Allow your scalp and your forehead to relax. Let all the muscles around your eyes relax. Let your eyes sink deep into your head and relax. Continue to relax your face, your cheeks, your lips, your tongue, your jaw, your throat. Relax the back of your head, your neck, and shoulders. Let this relaxed feeling spread throughout your body, down the shoulders and upper arms, into the elbows, forearms, wrists, and hands. Feel the tiny pulsations in your fingertips. This is your own energy pulsating. Allow your back to relax. Let those muscles get very heavy. Feel the relaxation in your upper chest, your rib cage, your abdomen, your pelvis, and your genitals. These relaxed feelings now move down through your thighs, knees, lower legs, ankles, and feet. Your skin relaxes. Your internal organs relax. Your emotions are relaxed. Feel the music move through you and relax you even more. Remember, the power that created you has provided enough breath to last you for as long as you shall live. Each time you exhale, you don't even think about your next breath. You assume that it will be there for you. You have faith and trust that it will be there. Now extend your faith and trust to the areas of healing. Observe the breath as it goes in and out of your body. Notice that you don't have to do anything. There is an intelligence within you that breathes your body for you. This intelligence within you is part of the one intelligence that created this entire planet. You are not lost or lonely or forgotten or rejected or not good enough or left outside the door. You are one with the very power that created you, and this power has given you the power to create your own experiences. The power of your mind. Every thought you think and every word you speak is creating your future. We now choose to use this power to create a wonderful new future for you. You are far more than just your body. You are pure consciousness. You are a divine, magnificent expression of life. You are one with all of life. And yet, no person, no place, and no thing has any power over you. For you are the only thinker in your mind. You are the creative power, and you are the authority in your life. Now you are choosing to use your own power to help heal yourself. Yes, it is true that when you were a child, there were some difficult times. Times when you felt lonely, unwanted, and unloved. Perhaps you were rejected or abandoned or even abused and humiliated. Yes, I know there were some terrible times. Some of them may have been so awful you don't even remember them. But the past has no power over you if you choose to live in the now. The point of power is in the present moment. Each moment is a new beginning, and this moment is a new beginning for you right here and right now. So let's take the past, all of it, and wrap it up in the pink of divine love, and release it and let it go. We affirm that you are now free. You are not your mother, nor her fears. You are not your father, nor his beliefs. You are not any of the relatives, nor their opinions. You are not the teachers at school, nor their rigidity. And you are certainly not the limitations of your early religious upbringing. You are yourself, a divine, magnificent expression of life. You are unique and special and wonderful, one of a kind. Since time began on this planet, there has never been another person like you, and there never will be. Therefore, there is no competition and no comparison. You have your own unique talents and abilities and your own special way of expressing them. You are worthy of your own love and your own self-acceptance, not because of what you have done, but just because you exist. We order your subconscious mind to release any and all negative beliefs that are limiting you or harming you in any way. They must leave you now. It does not matter if we know exactly what they are or not. It doesn't matter how long these negative beliefs have been there. Now, in this moment, we order them wiped out, erased, eliminated, neutralized, and released. We affirm you are willing to let go and be free. It is safe to do this. We affirm a willingness within you to release the mental causes, the mental patterns in your consciousness that are creating any negative conditions in your life now. We affirm you are willing to release the need for this condition in your body. You now allow it to disappear, to fade away, to dissolve back into the nothingness from whence it came. We affirm you are willing to begin to dissolve all resentment and blame. One of the ways to release the walls of resentment that keep you imprisoned is to really understand where the other person is coming from, to go behind their behavior and feel what is going on inside. How much do you really know about your parents' childhood? What was it really like for them to be very little? What were their fears and terrors? When you can truly understand this, then there is not any need for forgiveness. Old instances just dissolve in the light of understanding and compassion. The little child inside you that you have been scolding for so long wants to hear that you love it. It wants to feel safe so that it can get well and stay well. When you were a little child, what you wanted more than anything else was for the people around you to love and accept you exactly as you were. You are still looking for that approval now. Only the only person who can give it to you now is yourself. Other people's approval has no meaning if you don't give it to yourself. I want you to visualize yourself as a little child of 5 or 6. And look deeply into this little child's eyes. See the longing that is there, and realize that there is only one thing this little child wants from you, and that is love. So reach out your arms and embrace this child. Hold it with love and tenderness. Tell it how much you love it, how much you care. Tell the child how beautiful it is, and how bright and clever you think it is. Admire everything about this child and say that it's okay to make mistakes while learning. Say that you will always be there no matter what happens. Now let this little child get very small until it's just the size to fit into your heart, and put it there. So whenever you look down, you can see this little face looking up at you, and you can give it lots of love. Now visualize your mother as a little girl of 4 or 5, frightened and looking for love and not knowing where to find it. Reach out your arms and hold this little girl and let her know how much you love her, how much you care. Let her know she can rely on you, that you will always be there no matter what. When she quiets down and begins to feel safe, let her get very small, just the size to fit into your heart. Put her there with your own little child. Let them give each other lots of love. Now visualize your father as a little boy of 3 or 4, frightened and crying and looking for love. See the tears rolling down his little face as he doesn't know where to turn. You have become good at comforting frightened little children. So reach out your arms and hold his trembling little body. Comfort him. Croon to him. Let him feel how much you love him. Let him feel that you will always be there for him. When his tears are dry and you feel the love and peace in his little body, let him get very small, just the size to fit into your heart. Put him there, so those 3 little children can give each other lots of love, and you can love them all. There is so much love in your heart that you could heal the entire planet. But just for now, let us use this love to heal you. Feel a warmth beginning to glow in your heart center. A softness, a gentleness. Let this feeling begin to change the way you think and talk about yourself. Allow the love from your own heart to flow throughout your body, through all the veins and arteries, down to the tiniest little capillaries, bathing and soaking and soothing and healing every cell in your body. Let this love from your own overflowing heart bring joy to every part of your body, so that all the cells are joyful as they go about their work of keeping you healthy. If there is any pain or discomfort anywhere in your body, let this love surround it and dissolve it, so that your body is free to heal itself. Let the love wash through your body like cool, clear water, cleansing everything that it touches. Your body knows how to heal itself. Love it and support it in this task. Say to yourself now, I choose to get well. I choose to get well. Let us use the love from your own overflowing heart to wipe out any and all old resentment and hurt and bitterness that may be lingering in you. It is impossible to really love until we have forgiven. As the Course in Miracles says, would you rather be happy and well, or would you rather be right? In front of you, see a small stage. And on this stage, place the person you resent the most. It could be past or present, living or dead. When you see this person clearly, forgive them. Say to them, I forgive you for not being the way I wanted you to be. I forgive you and I set you free. Then begin to see good things happening to them. Things that would be meaningful to them. See them smiling and happy. They are still smiling as you allow them to fade away. Now notice a prison door opening before you. Feel chains and shackles drop away from you. As you walk out into the sunshine of life, they are free, and now you are free. When you awaken in the morning, I would like you to go to the mirror, look into your eyes and ask, what can I do for you today to make you happy? Do this each morning. Begin to get in touch with what nourishes you. If something happens to disturb you, go to the mirror and say, I love you. What can I do right now to make you feel good? Also, 2 or 3 times a day, I want you to look in the mirror and say, I love you. I really, really love you. Do these exercises for at least a month until it begins to feel good. Then keep doing them for the joy of it. begin to repeat to yourself, I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. It may not feel like the truth for you right now, but repeat it over and over and over again, and it will become the truth for you. Another affirmation I like to use is, I'm beautiful and everybody loves me. I'm beautiful and everybody loves me. The universe will support what you choose to believe about yourself. No matter how foolish you may seem to behave for the moment, you never again have to stop loving and approving of yourself. This is a time for you to become your own best friend, the person you are most joyous to be with. This growing sense of love that you have for yourself begins to radiate out from you in all directions now, touching people and places and things in your past, present, and future, so that wherever you go, whatever you do, whoever you meet, wherever you are, you find your own love waiting for you, and it returns to you multiplied. On a daily basis, take time for yourself. Give yourself periods of relaxation. Begin to visualize your body getting well, and you living your life the way you would like to live it. Imagine right now what it would feel like to be really well, with lots of energy and a body that did what you wanted it to do. Becoming totally well, accomplishing the goals you desire in life, and fulfilling your purpose. Imagine that there is time and energy and money for you to do the things you really like to do. Perhaps you don't usually give yourself time to do these things, but now, in your own mind, you can feel how it would be to take time to enjoy yourself. Hear your family and friends supporting you in this and saying, I'm so glad that you're taking time to enjoy yourself. Imagine your relationships, all of them, becoming more meaningful. Give yourself a strong reason for healing and for living. Focus on your priorities in life. As you work with these images day after day, and you can do them as often as you wish, your body will respond to the healing energy you are giving it. No matter what treatment you may choose to have to help you dissolve this condition, even if it happens to be surgery, let us know and affirm that every hand that comes in contact with your body is a healing hand, and your body responds well to the treatment. The cells in your body respond amazingly well to the treatment, and strength and wholeness returns to your body. We affirm the people who may be administering the treatments are amazed at your rapid rate of healing. There is a part of you deep inside that knows you have the power to heal yourself. It does not matter where the cause of the disease came from. We now release it and let it go. It is now safe for you to get well and to stay well. If there are any benefits from having this illness, we now affirm that you can have these same benefits in a more positive way. Let us concentrate your energies now on claiming your birthright. It is your birthright to express yourself creatively in ways that are fulfilling to you. It is your right to get to do what you want to do, not what others want you to do, and to feel good about it. We claim this birthright for you right here and right now. It is your birthright to share in the vast abundance and prosperity of this universe, to live well, and to be comfortable with the substance called money. We claim this birthright for you right here and right now. It is your birthright to have loving relationships that are joyous and harmonious, to be welcomed with love wherever you go. We claim this birthright for you right here and right now. It is your birthright to have total vibrant health with lots of energy, every organ and muscle and joint working perfectly, feeling good about yourself, sleeping well, and awakening each morning bright and refreshed, and looking forward to the new day. We claim this birthright for you right here and right now. If there is any pattern in your consciousness that would deny or delay this in any way, we now affirm that you are totally willing to release it and let it go. We release and dissolve all resistance. We affirm that you are now totally open and receptive to your highest good and greatest joy. Good now floods into your life from every possible avenue. Love and support surrounds you, and miracle follows miracle in your life. You are now willing to accept and love who and what you are, and the universal intelligence responds to this, and you are surrounded by loving, healing energies. We draw upon that tremendous resource, the healing power of love. Deep at the center of our being, there is an infinite well of love. We now allow this love to flow to the surface. It fills our hearts, our bodies, our mind, our consciousness, our very beings, and radiates out from us in all directions and returns to us multiplied. The more love we use and give, the more we have to give. The supply is endless. The use of love makes us feel good. It is an expression of our inner joy. Because we love ourselves, we take loving care of our bodies. We feed them nourishing foods and beverages. We exercise them in ways that are fun. We groom them and dress them in ways that are pleasing to us. Because we love ourselves, we provide for ourselves comfortable living spaces, filling the rooms with the vibrations of love, so that all who enter, ourselves included, feel and respond to this love. Because we love ourselves, we work at jobs that we truly enjoy doing, using our creative talents and abilities in ways that are fulfilling, working with and for people that we love and who love us, and earning a good income. Because we love ourselves, we behave and think in a loving way to all people, for we know that what we give out returns to us multiplied. We only attract loving people in our world now because they are a mirror of what we are. Because we love ourselves, we forgive and totally release the past and all past experiences, and we are free. We choose to live totally in the now, experiencing each moment as good, and knowing that our future is bright and joyous and secure. We are one with the universe now and forevermore. Whatever it is you need to know is now revealed to you. Whatever you need comes to you in divine right order. Your healing is already in process. It is already accepted in consciousness, and now the physical healing is beginning to manifest. It does not matter whether your conscious mind has heard one word I've said or not, for we are contacting the subconscious mind. We have planted new seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, where they now germinate, take root, and grow, and become true for you. When you see the first little shoots of evidence come up, don't say that's not enough. Instead, say with joy, oh boy, here it comes. Watch your own crop of good experiences come in. Harvest and reap what you are now choosing to sow. Happiness is feeling good about yourself. Health comes from feeling good about yourself. I know you are whole and complete. All is now well in your wonderful, changing, loving, joyful, healthy, safe, peaceful, prosperous, creative world. You are divinely protected and guided. I do care for you. I love you. Be at peace. So be it.